What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
And welcome everybody to this week's Right Body for You. I am your host, Donnielle, your body tour guide, for some reason that sounds really dirty today. Must just be the mood. Usually your giggle leader, and we have a lot of fun on the show. It's a different kind of show. I've been involved with radio for a long time in my life, and honestly, I've never done a show like this. It's fun. It's usually like the best part of my day is getting to play with you guys and laugh with you all, and you know what? Maybe even assist you with making some changes in your life that makes you, happy, or some other word like that, or having ease or fun. I facilitate these Right Body for You workshops all over the world, and I just have so much fun. I get to talk to people, I get to meet people, I get to see different cultures, I get to assist people with getting happy. Honestly, I have the best, I don't even want to call it job, but I have the best days in the world, honestly. You know how, like, in the United States right now, there's something called Powerball, which everybody's buying lottery tickets because it's like almost, I don't know, I can't remember how much it is, but it's like triple digit, 100 billion. Oh, it's 1.3 billion. Oh, that's all. It's at 1.3 billion or 0.5 billion. So if you win it, you get a bit of money. Now, I live in Utah, which is a very predominantly Mormon state. So we don't actually have the Powerball here because it's gambling, which is against the Mormon religion. So right before the show, I was talking to a friend of mine who lives in New York, and I buy tickets through her. She's my connection. She's my Powerball pimp, basically. She hooks me up. And we were picking numbers and everything, having a good time. And, and we were speculating last night. She's like, well, what would you do if you won? What would you change in your life? Or what would you buy? What would you do? Would you quit? Access? I'm like, actually, no. I don't think I would actually change much of my life. If or when, like all of, you get a large sum of money like this, I actually wouldn't stop doing the radio show. I wouldn't stop facilitating the workshops. I honestly adore and love, and I'm so grateful for playing with you guys like this and helping you to have fun and enjoy your body. So, you know what? Right off, grateful to all of you who have allowed me to create this with you. So thank you. Speaking of awarenesses, it's what we're talking about today. I love when my ramblings kind of, go into the title of the show, which I never do intentionally, but the energy seems to support. All right, so today's show is, do I have to do something with the awareness? And, I thank you. And if you have enjoyed this in the chat room, it's a lot of fun. We're usually sarcastic. People are talking to each other. You can ask a question. And Christine, one of the producers and owner of the station, she said, brilliant rambling. Thank you. Thank you very much. I ramble with the best. So today, do I have to do something with the awareness? And, as mentioned before, I get to facilitate these classes all over the world. And besides, how do I stop the pain? How do I enjoy my body? How do I communicate with my body? This is actually one of the things that I get asked about a lot. It always comes up in some way because it's interesting because there seems to be an implant in there. somewhere in our psyche or DNA or insanities or pre-installed software, whatever you want to call it, we seem to come in with this point of view that, well, if you became aware of it, there must be a reason. It's like, oh, you noticed that's happening. Well, there's a reason for it. You have to do something, because the energy's speaking to you. And so go save that person, or go give them $1, go knock them out, or whatever it is. Or it's like, well, I noticed the color green today, so there must be a reason with that. And that's just silly, but you get there. So it's like, what are you supposed to do with all these freaking awarenesses? It's like, I don't know about you, but I become aware of things throughout the day. Okay? And for me, asking a couple of questions about this has really, 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 really created a lot of freedom and ease. And interestingly enough, a lot of awareness in my life, okay? So that's what we're kind of talking about today is, okay, so I'm aware of it. Do I have to do something? Am I responsible? And that comes up so much. It's like, oh, crap. I became aware of it. I'm responsible for something. My humanity is on the line here. If I don't go for this awareness, if I don't, responsibility. Oh, it's so too much responsibility, too much awareness. So we can actually kind of go insane with that. Okay. And what if you don't become aware of something because you're responsible for it? What if what if it's not responsibility? What if it's not that you have to do something? What if you become aware of things simply because you're a very aware person? Why am I talking about this on a show called Right Body for You? Well, I would tell you. Let me explain. Your body is this amazing sensory organism that is constantly giving you information about it, about you, and the world around you. You may have heard me say this once or twice before, that your body is an awareness organism constantly giving you information about everything, including the world around you, including other people. So, in the chat room, they're like, yes, we've heard this a couple times. Yes, I know. And, sorry. So, here's my question. If we have the point of view that if I'm aware of something, there must be a reason, I'm responsible for something, there's something I have to do. Well, I don't know about you, but do you ever have those days where you're like, I can't do one more thing. It will overwhelm me. It will make me, it's the straw that breaks the camel's back, or, the old, I'm tired, or just simply, I don't want to do anything else. I don't want to, So what we try to do with that is often, if we have the point of view, which most of the world does, that if you become aware of something, that there's something you have to do. So if we're tired, if we don't want to do something, what's one way to not have to do it or be responsible for something is to not get the awareness of it. Now, again, this isn't usually a cognitive conversation, you guys. Usually it's just something that happens energetically somewhere in our psyche, subconscious, low conscious, or anti-conscious, or insanities, or whatever it is. So when we do that, we're like, okay, well, I'm not responsible for it. I don't have to do anything if I'm not aware of it. Oh, great plan, great plan. Okay, so how do I be not aware? Is it like those monkeys where you go, those three monkeys where it's like, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil? So it's like if I put my energetic fingers in my energetic ears, I don't have to hear anything, so I won't become aware that way. And then if I cover my eyes, I won't have to see anything, so I won't be aware that way. And then here's the other fun one, you guys. Okay, so if I disconnect from my body a little bit and I pretend I don't hear the things my body's telling me, then I don't become aware of that. So cool. All right, let's do that. Let's turn down our awareness by cutting off our hearing, our sight, our perception, disconnecting from our bodies so we don't get those awarenesses. Cool. All right, you know what? I'm going to do that and buy myself a little bit of time so I can take a nap or something like that, or not want the responsibility, or like somebody in the chat room was talking about, it has that job energy. It's like, I have enough jobs, I don't need another one, right? All right. So we have this brilliant idea to do all that and cut off our awareness. Well, here's the problem, folks. When you cut off your awareness like that, I would love to say it's selective cutting off your awareness. It's like, oh, well, I will do this, and I will really become aware of all the things I actually need to be aware of, and the things that maybe I don't need to be aware of or can pretend that I don't need to be aware of, I won't become aware of those. But you guys see how that actually feeds back into the point of view of, if I'm aware of something, there must be a reason, okay? Because even that, like, well, if I have to know something, I'll become aware of it. I just will cut off everything else. What's the underlying point of view there? If you become aware of something, there must be a reason, okay? See how this kind of loop feeds back into itself? Okay, so my question is, what if you're just aware of something because you're aware of it? What if it's not that you have to do something, be something, have a job, take on a responsibility? What if you're just aware of it, okay? And why this comes up so often in the body classes is simply because one of the greatest ways to cut off your awareness is that disconnect from your body, okay? So we're going to take our first little break, and when we come back, I am going to share with you the tool that I share all over the world and that I use constantly with this quote-unquote awareness thing, and the freedom it's created for me. And like I said, interestingly enough, it's actually given me more awareness, not less awareness. And what if more awareness is not actually a bad thing, okay? So this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on a2zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on a2zen.fm.
Have you ever been on a land that was so joyful that your whole body lit up? Or swam in a river that brought all your cells to life? What if you are the gift the earth has been asking for? For the first time, Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here are facilitating a class for the earth, with the earth, and inviting you to connect to the earth in a way that you may never have before. What else is possible with the earth that you've never considered? The Earth class is a special 3-day class designed to give you the tools to create change wherever you go on this beautiful planet of ours, with the water, the land, the air, and people. It's inviting you to let the earth know you are here and for the earth, to touch you and let you know it is here for you too. You're invited to join Gary and Dane in Houston, Texas, or online January 24th to the 26th. go to www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass for more information. All proceeds will go to El Lugar, a non-profit foundation dedicated to creating greater ecological possibilities. What kind of world would you like to live in? What future are you here to create? Just go to www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass, January 24th to the 26th, www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am your host. I am your body tour guide, your Giga leader, and your awareness cheerleader today. Just to let you know, Right Body for You is actually a part of the company called Access Consciousness, which, interestingly enough, is about awareness. Access Consciousness is an amazing set of pragmatic tools that work on the energetic level that help you to change any area of your life that you would like more in, or change, or difference, or completely different, or a little different, or anything that you're asking really questions about. And Right Body for You is the body portion of it. So we talk a lot about using these tools with your body. And Access has, and Right Body for You has these amazing verbal processing, as well as these amazing hands-on body processes that pretty much rock your body, rock the world. Sorry, apparently now I'm quoting songs. Anyway, so thank you for joining us today. If you want to know more about that, you can go to accessconsciousness.com or rightbodyforyou.com or Donnielle.com. They all kind of feed each other, so any one of those, please do check it out. So today we're talking about, do I have to do something with the awareness? And, I kind of like the whine that a lot of people get on this. It's like, do I have to do anything? So in the first segment, we talked a little bit about what's the greatest way to not have to do anything. We seem to have this point of view we come in with that we have to do something. If we are aware of it, there must be a reason, right? There must be a reason, because otherwise, if I wouldn't know about it, if I wasn't aware of it, if I didn't know that was going on, then I wouldn't have to do anything about it. But because I do know that that's going on, then there must be something I have to do. I have to say something. I'm responsible for something. It's obviously my job. Let me get my cape and let me fly over there and take care of that. And so, in my smart aleck fashion that I tend to do, it's like, well, what if that's not the case? What if you're just friggin' aware? And in lots of these shows, I've used the light heavy tool, which is, if anything that's true for you will make you feel light, anything that is untrue for you or a lie will make you feel heavy. Okay? So let me ask you, are you an aware person? Okay? So, truth, are you actually responsible for everything you become aware of? Okay? Isn't that interesting? I've done this in a lot of classes, and people are like, oh, well, no. But wait. I was told, I was taught, and this is where we think come in, or thinking comes in. Okay, when I ask you those questions, the first thing that comes up is your awareness, your knowing. Okay? So when we start thinking about it is when we start reasoning and justifying everything out. So let me do a little bit processing here, because I know some of you got some kind of awareness on that. So truth, all the lifetimes, past, present, future, and dimensionality, where you've given yourself the job to be the responsible one for everything. Oh, I can do it. Don't worry, I can do it. And all the oath, vows, swearing, fealties, promises, commitments associated with that, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, nice, boys, and beyonds. Okay? Because when we have the point of view that we can give ourselves this job. Whether it was 5 days ago or 5 million years ago, we can give ourselves this job of, well, of course I'm responsible for it. I can handle it. You know what? You're right. Let me acknowledge you for that right now. You can. You guys are so much more capable of handling things than even you've given yourself credit for. Okay? So what if it's not about handling it? What if it's not about the responsibility, the job, the knee-jerk reaction? What if you do truly have choice in everything? That's one of the basics of access consciousness is you have truth in everything. Sorry, you have truth in everything, yes. You also have choice in everything. This is what happens when I read at the same time. You have choice in everything as well, okay? Even your awarenesses, and if you do something or you don't do something, okay? So I promised you guys a tool to create some ease with this whole awareness thing. Let's call it the awareness thing, okay? So here's the tool. It's really simple. Every time I become aware of something, whether it's something going on for someone else, whether it's a project I'm involved with, whether it's my life, my family life, whatever it is, okay? I ask a question. Truth, is something required of me here? If I get a yes, I'm like, okay, cool, what's required? If I get a no, it's like, oh, cool, I'm aware. Sometimes, you guys, you just actually become aware of things that are going on. But if you stop there, that's when, if you stop with the, I'm aware of something, let me spring into action, you actually are cutting off your awareness again, which is interesting. So when you become aware of something, if you follow it up with a question like, oh, is something required of me here? It creates clarity for you. It creates clarity for the situation, the project, the people, whatever it is going on, because then you actually receive the information of what is required instead of what you think it would be. Okay? Because it could be, this is a far extreme, but it could be something like, oh, I'm aware that this person is choosing to go or choosing something that would destroy them. And it's like, have you ever had a friend who started dating a person and you're like, that's not going to end well? You're aware of it, right? So when they start and you're aware of it, they start dating this person and you're like, oh, I know that's not going to end well. How often does it actually work out well for you if you go to them at the very beginning and go, hey, you know what? I don't think you should date that person. I don't think it's going to turn out well. Do they go, oh, yes, thank you for pointing that out for me. Let me not go on that date. Or do they do things like, but out of my business, it's my life, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. So you become aware of this. It's not going to work out. So it's like, okay, truth, is anything required of me? And it could be like, oh, not now. Okay, later, I'll be here. You can always contribute energy. It's like, okay, 1, 2, 3 for ease, 1, 2, 3, 4 for ease, or, or whatever that is. But it's like what if it's not required then? Okay? But if you stay in the awareness of it, you stay with that energy, when you follow it up with questions, you know when to say, what to say it, how to say it, and to whom to say it. Okay? So is anything required of me? And it's a simple question, and yet it has created so much ease. And it's also helped me be more aware constantly and continually, because I don't have the point of view anymore, oh, if I'm aware of something, there must be a reason. The only reason now is because I'm aware. My body's constantly giving me information. The universe is constantly giving me information. And the earth is constantly giving me information. You know, during the break we played the Earth Class commercial that, you know, Gary Douglas, the founder of Access, and Dr. Dean here, the co-creator of Access, are doing this amazing Earth Class next week. I can't wait to go. And about all the things we can do for the earth and all the things that the earth can do for us. And one of the things the earth actually does for us is this awareness. So it's interesting when we have this duplicity of, I'm trying to reconnect with my body, I'm trying to reconnect with my earth, I'm trying to build this communication with the earth and with my body. But, you know, as soon as the body and the earth tell me something I don't want to know or I don't want to act upon, I'm going to cut it off. Like I said, selective awareness, not really the easiest thing in the world. So for me, I made that demand one day. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to cut off my awareness for any reason. I am going to be willing to receive the awareness with no judgment and no point of view. And then for me, honestly, this whole thing of, well, if I'm aware of something, there must be a reason. If I'm aware of something, there must be a reason. Yeah, I'm aware. And you know what? So are you guys. That's really the only reason. So that's where I came up with this, oh, is something required of me? Oh, nope, just aware. Oh, cool, okay. Can I contribute anything? You can always follow up with that question too. And so with this, I actually get more awareness because I'm not afraid of that, oh my gosh, I'll have a job, I'll have a responsibility, I'll have to stop what I'm doing and go do for somebody else. Or, you know, just all those insane things that kind of come up in our heads when we're like, oh, I'm aware of something, there must be a reason. Yeah, you're aware. And truth is anything required of you. Okay? See how just that addition of that one question, you go, oh, yes, cool. And then, ladies and folks, gentlemen, you still have choice. Do I desire to do anything? Nope. Or, yes, I'm happy to contribute to that. You have choice in everything, including if you do anything with your awarenesses. Okay? So we're going to take our next little break. So during the break, ask yourself, truth, are you willing to have all the awarenesses that are available to you? And this is the point, you guys, I know a lot of you go into overwhelm. Like, I do many aware, wait, what? If I'm aware of everything, what? It stops even conversation and languaging. So when we come back from this quick commercial break, we're going to talk about that overwhelm point of view. Can an infinite being truly be overwhelmed with awareness? Okay? So this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on a2zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on a2zen.fm.
What if you really do change molecules by your interaction with them? What if the change you've been looking for is right before your eyes? What if the uncomfortableness that comes with difference could be fun? What if the closed-minded people of the world no longer determined our world? What if gratitude trumps judgment every time? What if your kindness healed the world? What if the earth is asking for your help? And what if you had the resources to give it? This is your invitation to step into something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Picasso, Da Vinci, Shakespeare, Aristotle all knew to be true. Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago, I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. What if there are no dumb questions, or any question too large? What if you being you are the gift and the change this world requires? Is now the time? For more questions to create a change in your world, sign up for a free video series at beingyouclass.com. My gift to you, beingyouclass.com.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle. I'm your host. I'm your body tour guide. I am your awareness cheerleader today. I am all for awareness. I am now. I used to not be, I'll be honest, but I am now. I'm like, awareness, yay! Because I said in the segment prior, I'm like, I am not willing to turn off my awareness anymore. I do now realize, or I've had the awareness, sorry, couldn't resist. I am now aware, though, honestly, that when I used to hate my body, when I used to try to deny that I had a body, you guys have heard me talk about before that, I hated the fact that I had a body. And I do now realize that one of the reasons is because I was trying to be less aware. I will fully acknowledge that now. I had somewhere in the insane conversations in our heads that never actually quite come out of our heads but tend to dominate some of our lives, is that I went, okay, so if one of the greatest ways for me to not be aware is to cut off from my body, to cut off receiving from my body. And, and once I started receiving from my body, once I started allowing that, I did start getting a lot of awareness. And awareness comes up as so many different things, you guys. It's not just what we've defined it as. We're starting, we're starting, today with the show, what we're talking about. If I become aware of something, there's something I have to do with it. And you guys, sometimes you just become aware of things. And, and when I first started really exploring this awareness thing, interestingly enough, it wasn't like immediately after. It's like, oh, hello, body. Oh, more awareness. Oh, what do I have to do with this awareness? It wasn't immediate. I started working on the building the communication with my body and everything. But you guys, I actually remember sitting there one day, the book, Right Body for You, had just come out, which I'm the first chapter of the book, my story, and I share some tips and then, various parts throughout the rest of the book. But I'm on the front cover of this book, right? And so here I am, rebuilding this communication with my body, stepping into consciousness, awareness, choice, and those kind of things. And the book comes out. I remember making a choice because all of the projections and the people thinking about me, I became aware of so much almost instantaneously when the book first came out. Because think about it. It's like, hi, I'm just going through my day, boo, 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 boo. And then this book gets published, and within a couple of days, thousands more people are thinking about you or projecting to you. And I became, like I said, I was very aware of this. Did I have all their thoughts, actual thoughts going through my head? No. Some of them, yes, some of them, no. but there was such more of an intensity of energy towards me that I became aware of a lot. And that was that moment I'm like, overwhelmed. Holy crap, I'm going to be overwhelmed. I really wanted to shrink and stop. I really wanted to cut off that awareness so I could feel comfortable again, so I could not feel like I was under a big pile of heavy sheets that somebody was sitting on. You know, it had that I can't breathe, I feel immobile, I feel sad, it's just, you know, and all of this thing that comes with the overwhelm. So I actually remember sitting there and going, what do I choose right now? You know, I use the tools. I know, strange concept, but I use the tools. I'm like, what do I choose right now? Do I cut off my awareness? How do I survive this? Which honestly was a question. How do I survive this? And, you know, I got the expand out so that I could receive everything, interesting point of view. But that's also where I came with, wait a minute. Is anything required of me with all these awarenesses that are coming in? And I'm like, no, I'm just being really friggin' aware. And now is the choice, do I shut off the awareness or do I step into the intensity of it and maintain my awareness? And I remember that moment. That moment I was like, no, I will be aware. And how do I survive this? Because can an infinite being truly be overwhelmed, or is it just the point of view that we can be overwhelmed that creates that overwhelm? Okay? Because when we have this intensity of awareness coming in, sometimes with thoughts, sometimes with projection, sometimes it's just a sensation, there's a number of things. What I like to do is I just expand out, okay? And let me emphasize, I don't expand out of my body. Again, remember I've been saying throughout the entire show, we've bought the point of view that one of the greatest ways to cut off awareness or to survive awareness is to separate from our bodies or to expand out of our bodies, okay? So when I say one of the ways to have ease with an intensity level of awareness is to expand out, you expand out with your body. You maintain that connection. And what's interesting is I actually also play with the molecules of my body, and I expand out my body as well. I don't mean expand out like suddenly I'm the size of an elephant expand out. That's not what I'm talking about, although in a cartoon that was very funny. But no, that's not what I'm talking about. But it's like, you know, for me with this awareness, when I am solidified, when I am contracted, both my infinite being and my body, it's like I'm a little kid sitting wrapped up in a ball with a metal bowl on my head, okay? And when you're contracted like that, you and your body, all these awarenesses coming in are like little hail pellets. If anybody's been in a hailstorm with a metal roof, knows exactly what I'm talking about. It goes ding, 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 and it just eventually you're like, I can't handle this anymore. And it has every awareness coming in has such a level of intensity. It's like those little hail balls hitting that bowl on your head, that each one is intense. Each one vibrates. Each one has a level of force in your universe that it can physically hurt. And how often does that actually hurt our body? Which is why I'm talking about when you expand out with your body and expand out and allow that space back in your body, okay? So when I say, you know, I expand out, I do the infinite being, I'm like, okay, expand out. You don't have to visualize anything. You don't have to see anything. All you have to do is ask for it to happen, and it will. I like to take a deep breath. That's just my way. It doesn't have to, whatever works for you. I'm like, okay, expand out. And then I actually allow the space in the molecules back into my body, okay? And so when I do that, what happens is even though I may be in the midst of a hailstorm of awarenesses coming through, I am so expanded out. I am no longer that little kid with that metal bowl on my head. The metal bowl's gone, And I and my body are so expanded out energetically, infinite being-wise, that these little pellets of hail coming through, otherwise known as awareness, or thoughts, projections, expectations, anything like that, I am so expanded out that as they're coming through, it's just like there's nothing for it to hit. The awarenesses, the little pellets of hail, I gave myself a tongue twister today, it has nothing to hit because I'm so expanded that it doesn't impact me at all. Am I aware as they're coming through? Yes. Awareness does not mean you get impacted with it. So everywhere we've bought the point of view that we have to have the awareness is to be impacted with it. Truth, would you guys be willing to destroy and uncreate that all? Cool. Right, wrong, good, bad, for pocket knife shirts, boys, and beyonds. Okay. So, and then it's in that moment I went, okay, so expand out. Oh, okay, that's easier. Oh, okay. The awareness did not change. The level of awareness did not change, but what I did was I began to have more ease with it, okay? And you guys, and that was just the first week, because as the book got more out, now there's 10,000 of people, thinking about me, projecting things. And so it's like I've constantly had to do this. I've constantly been expanding my awareness, expanding my ability to receive it, of ease with it, of expanding out me, of my body. And that I follow it up with this truth is something required of me here. Okay? So with this whole awareness thing, it's like truth. Are you willing to have all the awareness that's available to you with no thought, no judgment, no projections, no separations, no expectations? Just, are you willing to receive awareness? Anything doesn't allow that with ease, destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, line, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, we're going to take our last quick little break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about these two tools that I gave you, and I'm going to give you some really quick and easy ways to implement them and to hopefully have ease with that. So ask yourself over the break, truth, now that we've talked about this a little bit, now that we've shifted some of the energy around it, truth, are you willing to have the full awareness that's available to you? Okay? All right, I'll leave you with that question. And this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We're on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body, and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
Have you ever been on a land that was so joyful that your whole body lit up? Or swam in a river that brought all your cells to life? What if you are the gift the earth has been asking for? For the first time, Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane here are facilitating a class for the earth, with the earth, and inviting you to connect to the earth in a way that you may never have before. What else is possible with the earth that you've never considered? The Earth class is a special 3-day class designed to give you the tools to create change wherever you go on this beautiful planet of ours, with the water, the land, the air, and people. It's inviting you to let the earth know you are here and for the earth, to touch you and let you know it is here for you too. You're invited to join Gary and Dane in Houston, Texas, or online January 24th to the 26th. Go to www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass for more information. All proceeds will go to El Lugar, a non-profit foundation dedicated to creating greater ecological possibilities. What kind of world would you like to live in? What future are you here to create? Just go to www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass, January 24th to the 26th. www.accessconsciousness.com/earthclass.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. This is Right Body for You. I'm your host, Donnielle. And today we're talking about awareness. Do I have to do something with it? What if you didn't? What if you're just a very aware person? What if your body is very aware? What if the earth is very aware? It's like, and what if you can have ease with all of that? And what if awareness doesn't have to overwhelm you? I've been joking throughout this whole show. It's like, well, you can't really have selective awareness. And how often awareness is more than just what's going on for other people and that kind of stuff. Awareness also can save your butt. I'll be honest. Like, I have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different jobs and things like that. And I'm a big fan of writing it down because otherwise I can forget. This is like, having vulnerability and honesty with yourself. I write stuff down. So, but here's the thing, also with the awareness and my ability to and willingness to receive that awareness, that is anything required, and to stay expanded out. So I'm always receiving awareness of what's going on. Like I said, can save your butt. I'll be honest and vulnerable. Yesterday I had, we have, in Access Consciousness, I'm the Worldwide Body Class Coordinator, so I had my first call yesterday with the Japanese-speaking body process facilitators. There's about 150 of them in Japan now, which is very exciting. I didn't write it down, and so I'm packing because I'm moving next week, right? So I'm sitting there packing, blah, 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 and all of a sudden I go, oh, I think I have a Japanese body process facilitator call. And so I go to my computer, because for once I wasn't in front of my computer, and I go and check, and it's in an hour and 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, thank heavens. Now, for me, I looked at that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, people started thinking about the call. People are like, oh my gosh, it's going to be our first call. Even though it's in Japanese, their native language, they're sitting there thinking about the call. Because I'm willing to have that awareness no matter what. I was able to pick up their thoughts and go, oh, holy crap, Japanese body process facilitator calls, because people are thinking about it or whatever. And so it saved my butt. And so I was able to go on to do the call, no problem. It was great, had a lot of fun, got some information out. So it's like, thank you. That is one of the gifts of awareness for me, is that constant willingness to have that awareness of everything that's going on. And, yes, was something required of me? Oh, yeah. Something was required of me, okay? So I hope you guys asked over the break. It's like, Truth, would you be willing to have all the awareness that's available to you without judgment, without thoughts, without point of view, and then use the tools? It's like every time you feel overwhelmed, because I get it, you guys. I get it. I remember sitting there in my office in Houston when the book came out, and I felt overwhelmed. I felt like I wanted to run and hide. I felt like I wanted to cut off my awareness. It's like, what can I do to make this more comfortable? In that moment, I made a choice. It's like, okay, am I willing to cut off my awareness? I'm like, no. I'm like, well, what would it take to have ease? And that's what I got. You expand out, allowing that space. Again, you don't have to see anything, visualize anything, or do anything. All you do is ask for it to happen, and it will. So expand out, but maintaining that connection with your body and actually allowing the space back into your body between the molecules, so that you're not that little kid huddled in a ball, trying to protect itself. So every part of you, your infinite being and your body, is solidified So those things go bing, 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 bing. You know, it's like water torture, right? So if you expand out and allow that space in your body and with your infinite being, that overwhelm will go away. Try it, please. And please recognize that even if it just lightens up just a fraction, that's the magic. Step into it, okay? What else is possible with that? And then when you do become aware of something, ask, is anything required of me? That one question, you guys, has created so much ease for my life because I've stopped turning off my awareness because I'm busy or because I don't want to or whatever it is. Is something required of me here? Yes? Cool. Do I do it? Do I not do it? Or is anything required of me here? Nope. Just letting you know what's going on. Okay, thanks. Next awareness, you know. So please use those tools. Expansion and is something required of me here, okay? What if you're aware? What if there's a reason you're aware of it? Yes, because you're an aware person, okay? What else is possible with awareness when we're not afraid of awareness? Boom, boom, boom. All right, so cool. All right, I know we're coming up to the end of the show. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, Donnielle.com, or email me at Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com, 2 N's, 2 L's, DONNIELLE, wow, it's twice today, DONNIELLE.com, or Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. I have workshops coming up all over the world, literally. I'm getting them posted. I'm so excited, so check them out. And you guys, tune into next week's show. As I mentioned, I am moving next week, and so we pre-recorded the show. And Christine MacGyver, who is station owner, producer, amazing host of her own show, actually did an interview. And it's fun. It cracks me up. It's like, who the heck is this Donnielle and why is she in my head? And we had so much fun with that. We laughed. And interestingly enough, as she was asking me questions, I got a lot of awareness of things, too, that I had, quote, unquote, forgotten about me and how I got into this. So it's really interesting. So I hope you join us for that next week. It was a lot of fun. So thank you, guys. Christine said she laughed her ass off. Me, too. We had a good time. So please check it out. That's next week. So you guys, please look at this awareness thing, because what if everything you're asking for is on the other side of that awareness? If you're willing to step into the intensity of it, and I don't mean step into the intensity of it as in it gets worse, but that you don't shy away from it, that you're willing to look at it, see it, and not avoid it. If you step into the intensity, I swear, everything you're asking for is on the other side. And it begins with this awareness thing. So please, expand out with your body, allowing those space, and then truth. Is anything required of me here? Or are you just being aware? What else is possible, you guys? So please check it out. Please, 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 please play with this awareness thing. If you and your body had no point of view, no judgment, what could you be aware of today? Okay? And remember, if you have any suggestions for shows, I always love to hear them. Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com is probably the best way to share those. And I hope I get to see you guys somewhere at the class in Seattle this weekend or the Earth class in Houston next week. Okay, you guys, remember, please, 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 enjoy your body, because it's enjoying you. And part of those enjoying is actually the awareness. All right? So make it a fun week. Make it a happy week. I'll be back next week pre-recorded. Hope you join me. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.